Here we go.
Welcome, world. We're here at Visions Week at MidAmerica Outdoors. I'm Miles Hasquist. Alongside me is Matt Edmondson. We're going to have a lot of fun this afternoon, aren't we, Matt?
Oh, man. These guys are out here doing battle for 12.5 on pit bikes. If you don't know what a pit bike is, it is a super small dirt bike. Grown men riding kids' bikes.
And we saw the heats earlier, and they were really heating up, and now it's for all the money. $12,500 spread out through all these pit bikes. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal racing.
Man, it's bigger money than you can make really anywhere else riding dirt bikes this weekend at any level. So, yes, there's going to be some heated battles here in the main, so people definitely want to take those big checks home. It's going to go a long ways for sure.
Visions is hosted in MidAmerica Outdoors Park just outside of Jay in northeast Oklahoma. This spans over 1,000 acres in the premier riding and racing park. Extremely family friendly. The amenities here are absolutely phenomenal. We got cabins, bathhouses, RV sites, dry camping all over the place, laundry room, power wash station, open air bars, game areas, pool, lazy river, live music, and much, much more. So a huge shout out to Jason Robinette. It's been just a great way to kick off this Visions Week, Matt.
Yeah, this is an amazing place. I mean, I don't know if you're going to find another place in the country that has all the amenities, like you were saying, that this place has to offer. I mean, you just really, you can't come here and need anything. They have it all.
So they're taking off for a sight lap as we speak, so we're just about a minute and a half away from live action racing and racing for over $12,000. It's going to be really cool to see. They're going to be leaving it all out on the line.
Yeah, especially in these mains. This is where it matters the most for sure. So all these guys, they were pretty clean. You know, we talked about this earlier. Heat races seem to be pretty mellow. You know, these guys were definitely battling and banging some bars a little bit, but you're going to see a whole nother level of that action in the mains because this is the last time of the day that they get to try and make some big money for sure.
And the two big classes will be racing 5 laps. That's the Mad Dog and the 12-inch open. And then the team race will do 6 laps, and the other smaller youth class will do 4 laps. So it's going to be a lot of racing. We'll have, I think, 5 more races to go this afternoon.
Yep, about 5 races. And like you said, it is, you know, even at 3 or 4 laps, like that's a lot because this is a big pit bike track. Like most pit bike tracks that you see and you hear about on social media, they're all backyard tracks, right? They're super small. This is not that.
I mean, there's, 10 jumps, 5 or 6 different big turns. There's a little whoop section in the back. This course has it all.
It does, too. One of the coolest things is when you look at this thing, the bank corners. You know, you can carry a ton of speed on these little bikes, and that's kind of key with these smaller bikes is you want to carry momentum because these motors don't make a ton of torque. So slow down the corners, you're going to be slow coming out of the corners. If you go in fast, you're going to come out fast. First race up we're going to have of the day is going to be youth coming up. Our youth division, that's going to be Tucker Davis, Jeremy Thomas, Grant Stephen, Jake Christian, Brecken Sage, Landon Riley, Preston Garrison, and JoJo Calvin, all coming up here in just a second in the youth division. They're on the line right now. They're racked and ready. Those guys look fired up, so.
Looks like Billy's ready to get them going, so we should be racing here any second.
Starting officials out there, he'll walk down the line, make sure everybody's bike's fired up and they're ready to go. And then here we go. Main event's about to go down. Youth division on the gate, ready to go. Oh, we got one going through the gate.
And the gate is dropped. The first corner's a little tight.
412.
The whole shot goes to 412.
Preston Garrison on that 412 machine. He's been out in front several times today already. He's definitely feeling the vibe on this pitter track out here. Flowing through that corner and flying right there.
We'll have a couple drones up in the air, a few cameras all over the course. This is going to be a lot of action, a lot of fun to watch. You can see one of our drones right there chasing them down. That's the little back section with that really hard 180 bank turn. And with all the rain we had last night, this track couldn't have shaped up any better.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. We talked about how much water this place can actually take, and you're seeing a perfect example of it right now. We talk about this in some other aspects of racing here at MidAmerica when you see it'll dump all night, and then by midday, you'll be back in the dust, you know, and have to throw down more water. And that's what you see right now on the track.
And the age group on this one, I believe, 7 to 12 years old?
7 to 12, yeah. And we got that 412 right there out in front charging, choosing to take that outside line.
Starting to pull away with a quick lead out on his second lap out of 4.
Yeah, getting a little steezy right there on the tabletop, looking over at the crowd. 22 in that second position.
So there's a good battle back at second and third place we're watching as we speak.
Yeah, that's Brecken Sage trying to hold on to that second spot for sure. He's got third place knocking on his door super hard. Although it looks like we might have just had a pass out there.
So there's a great shot heading to that back corner. Second, third, really battling it out.
That's what we like to see. We like it when these races are tight and everybody is banging bars. This is pit bike racing at its finest right here. One thing you'll notice with these guys out here on these pit bikes is, we talked about this in the heat races, it's not like your traditional moto. Some of these guys got work boots on and blue jeans and shorts. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter, man. This is pit bike racing. You just come out here and hold it pinned in third. Just like 412 right here.
Really starting to pull away from the rest of the pack.
Garrison looking flawless right there. Rider number 11 in that second spot. That's going to be Grant Stephen. And then that 22 of Brecken Sage. Still charging super hard.
These young kids are having a lot of fun, and this is probably some of their first time being on live TV.
Totally. You know, and I would be willing to bet you that most of them don't even know. So, this is always fun. Anytime you do these races, especially youth races of any kind, it's always fun when the camera's around. You get to do those after-race interviews. So we'll have to get some of these guys over here and maybe see if we can catch an interview with them. Tell us what track conditions are, things like that. We can call it from what we see on the side, but things are changing every lap on the track. Ruts are digging in, and you'll see the track right there.
Look at that rut you can see right there. Like you said, it's digging in real deep. You can go into Ultra 4 racing.
Yeah, it is on auto right now. It's just slow sometimes to focus.
Right now, you can see it. The FMX guys are out there on the track. They're trying to get everything dialed in and ready coming up after the pit bike race. Man, you're going to get to see some crazy stuff. Matt Byton and crew are over there, and they've been working their butts off. Last night, they were in town. They did that show.
Yeah, with the lightning in the background, they're still just throwing it down.
Yeah, it was unreal, unreal. These guys are legends. We got Kenny Bartram from right here in Oklahoma. If you're an Oklahoma person, like, you got the man himself, Kenny the Cowboy Bartram. He's going to do a big show with these guys. You got Anthony Murray, you got Derek Berlew, and you got Scott Champion.
Just to name a few of the big acts we have. Like you said, we have a lot of concerts going on. We have bull riding tomorrow. We have rock bouncing throughout the week. Then we have the Ultra 4 class on Friday. It's going to be an action-jammed week here at Visions. So be sure to stay tuned in off and on all week. You don't want to miss it.
And you know, one of the things that I'm going to touch on real fast while we're sitting here looking at this super awesome shot of the track from that aerial view is, you know, it's a warm day, right? What are you most excited about that Visions has that we're going to get to go do after we're done working today?
I mean, that lazy river and pool's going to be calling my name, I'm sure.
That is what I'm talking about. I've been up here for a bunch of the short course rounds, and now we're here, and the pool's done. And I'm telling you, there's probably not anything else here besides racing that I'm more stoked about than getting in that pool.
Yeah, that's awesome. But then also, I mean, you can just cruise all the trails. There's lots of trails out here to go check out. You can go to the general store. There's lots of food vendors. We had those hot dogs earlier. They're going to be out here all week long. So you don't have to bring anything. Everything's here.
Yeah, the amenities, like we keep talking about all the amenities places have. It's crazy. Like, you go race, they have wash bays. You can wash your side-by-side and get it perfectly clean before you load it up. Or your pit bike, if you're here in the pit bike race.
And they have awesome, just, bathhouses, laundry room. I mean, they've got it all. It's absolutely awesome. Speaking about having it all, we have to give a huge shout-out to Fuelworks, Maxxis Tires, Evolution Power Sports, Gates, HMF, Oklahoma Ford Dealers, Raceline Wheels, Rugged Radios, Texas Motorworks, 360 Wraps, Motor Tire, Off-Road Syndicate, Rigid, Ultimax Belts, just to name a few. So please support who supports the sport. Without those amazing sponsors, we would not be racing here today or this entire week.
Yeah, for sure. Go give them a follow on Instagram. We live in a world of social media, so follow all these awesome brands and follow MidAmerica Outdoors for sure. They're going to be posting up tons of updates throughout the week. So if you're looking for where you need to be at what time, what's going on, like, that's a good place to start. They also want to see what you're seeing. So if you're posting stuff on your story or doing whatever, tag MidAmerica Outdoors so we can reshare that and see your experience.
Yeah, relive it through your eyes.
Exactly. You know what I mean? We all have a great time here, but, everybody has their own vision of how much fun they're having, and we want to see that from you. So
yeah, speaking of visions, we have to give a huge shout out to Jason Robinette. This is just started as a vision, and he just kept dreaming it up and making it happen and made visions a reality.
Absolutely. I don't know how many people have, already follow MidAmerica Outdoors and this week have watched what this place has built in just a week before we all came in for Visions. I mean, there's a new concert stage. The pool was finished. There's cabins. Like, if you come out here and stay, there's so many things, and they work their butts off to make sure that your experience is the best experience you could possibly have.
Looks like the next class should be lining up. I believe they'll be doing a sight lap here very soon.
This is going to be 12-inch open. This is going to be another one of those big money classes.
So this is 5 laps?
Yeah, this should be a 5-lap race right here, and you're going to have some heavy hitters. Just to name a few, we got Scott Champion on that 184 machine. Scott comes straight from Supercross, came over, started racing in this Pro Turbo UTV class here at MidAmerica, and has done very well, been on the podium several times. He said, man, there's so much money in the pit bike race, I'm going to go get in that too. So
might as well just enjoy everything that Visions has to offer.
That's right, and Scott's on track. I mean, in the heat race, Scott did pretty good. They battled for the front. He's been on the podium so far in every race, so you'll see their sight laps are just now kicking off on the track. That's the 184 Scott Champion right there in front, scoping it out.
So sight laps going down for the 12-inch open. Lots of money on the line. There's over $12,000 spread out for all these pit bike classes.
Another big name to keep an eye on is Caleb Carter on that 86 machine. He's wearing that American flag shirt.
That's definitely my favorite out on track right now.
For those of you who don't know, Caleb Carter, you can catch him racing pit bikes actually on TV with Travis Pastrana and the Nitro Circus crew. And that, they literally have a series going. Caleb's actually the points leader in the series right now. So he's a heavy hitter that's out here on the track. He made the drive all the way from North Carolina. So we've got some riders that definitely put in some miles to get here and to try to win this money. Caleb's a big one to watch. So right now I'm definitely going to say it's going to be between 184, Scott Champion, and that 86 of Caleb Carter. They're going to be your two to watch right now coming up in this 12-inch open. In case you don't know, too, just so we can clarify for those of you at home that are watching, 12-inch open, we say 12-inch because that's the size of the rear wheel on the bike. It's a 12-inch rear wheel bike. The open part of the class comes in because it's open. If you want to take your 110 and build that thing into a 132 stroker motor, whatever it is.
No misplacement for displacement.
That's right. You bring it on right here to this pit bike track and show us what you got on it for sure. So that's what you're going to see in that 12-inch open class right now. This is really open to any age. Doesn't matter as long as you fit in the criteria of that 12-inch open bike requirements.
As they're getting ready to head back there, you can see the ramp they're getting ready to set up for the freestyle motocross here shortly. As the drone kind of flies up and over, this is just a small part of MidAmerica Outdoors. This is actually across the street from the main complex. But what amazing complex it is for the mini bikes.
Yeah, like this is probably one of the most premier pit bike tracks that you'll find in the country. This is the first race too out here, so this track's only going to get better and better and better. And we're stoked to have everybody here that's racing. Right now, we got the gate getting ready to go, and they're lining them up. And this is your 12-inch open class. Main event, too. So, like we said, there's going to be some bar banging in this one.
Yeah, earlier the heat, all that does is get you a better spot to pick to start, but now it's all the money's on the line, it's going down.
Oh, there he goes, 184 and 86, just like I said, blasting straight to the front. This is going to be a battle right here.
Caleb Carter with the whole shot, with Champion hot on his heels.
Yeah, Scott is not trying to let him get away for a second. That first race was a little bit harder, and now, like this time, he's not trying to play that same game here.
So lots of action going on the back of the course. Looks like Caleb Carter is out front still in that American flag shirt, flying strong. This will be a 5-lap main event for the 12-inch open. Lots of action. I believe we have 12 bikes out on track as we speak. This is Visions Week here at MidAmerica Outdoor Off-Road Park, and what a week it has been already, and we are just getting started. As our leader, Caleb Carter, still out front. Matt, this is awesome so far.
Man, this one's a good one. The 12-inch open's always fun. You can see those riders right there blasting through that little rhythm section. That's the Dragon's back right there. Basically like a step on, step down right there. You'll see him heading through the back section. That big, flowy, high-speed corner section on the back of the track back there. Caleb Carter still charging right now out in front. Scott Champion 184 not letting off one bit. Scott's in shape. He's used to this from Supercross, so.
And he's raced multiple classes here in the pit bike races, so he's putting his time in, that's for sure. But Caleb out front, still pushing hard. Number 86, Caleb Carter, heading out halfway through his race, roughly.
Oh, we got a battle here.
Looks like Jet Underwood battling out with Champion.
Jet
Second,
Underwood.
third.
Jet's super fast. He had a good showing in his heat race, and now he's all over Scott Champion for that second position on the track. Holding on to it as they come around right there. He's still trying to hold off Jet. Jet all over Scott Champion. Caleb Carter out in front, rocking it with that American flag shirt on. Seeing that thing fly in the breeze like the flag. I think that's what he was going for, to get out front and make sure everybody could see him. Right now, Caleb Carter charging, Scott Champion right behind him. And the 102 still right on Scott Champion's tails right there.
And on screen is Caleb Carter still pushing hard. Starting to get a pretty good little lead on the rest of the pack. But this 12-inch open class is a fun one to watch. These guys are pushing it, trying to take home that big money.
Yeah, it's crazy. You're putting a lot of power in these little bitty bikes and trying to get these guys to hold on. As you see Caleb Carter right there blasting through that high-speed corner in the back.
You saw the American flag flying.
Look at that. You've got Scott Champion holding on,
Jet
trying.
Underwood right behind him.
See Scott Champion right there going on that inside line, trying to block Jet's line. Trying to keep him behind him. Scott probably a little bit tired right now. Looking back right there as he goes over the jump, he's probably just trying to ride wide and protect wherever he at.
And the white flag is out. Their final lap for our leaders. Caleb Carter, Jet Underwood, and Scott Champion. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Champion did get around Jet Underwood.
Yeah, Champion in that second position right now on the track. He's going to push it super hard with this being the last lap and try to hang on to that spot.
But this is going to be a race to the finish, but right now it's Caleb Carter's race to lose.
As long as Caleb can keep it on two wheels, I think he's going to be pretty good right here. But we'll see if Scott can hold off that third-place rider. He's giving him some grief right now as they come through the corner. They are super, super close.
And sometimes if you try to check up a little bit, it kind of takes you out of your rhythm and you can wreck, so you almost need to just keep your same pace going and just keep on rocking and rolling.
Yep, and you see these guys taking inside-outside lines.
One-handed jump up and over the finish line.
And there you have it, folks. That would be your 12-inch open. Caleb Carter going to take the win, followed by the 184 Scott champion and Jet Underwood in that third position in that 12-inch open.
So Caleb Carter kind of walked away with it, but that was a great battle for second and third.
Yeah, that's some good racing, second and third right there. Caleb Carter, you know, not surprising. He's super fast. He's doing this, you know, every weekend in this big series with, you know, really some of the biggest legends in motocross racing, you know, are out there with these guys racing on small bikes. So we knew he'd be fast. He showed up and showed out just like we expected.
Well, so far, so good. This first event has been absolutely amazing so far, and it is not over yet. We still have a lot of racing to come today, tomorrow, the next day, all week long.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. Next up on the race order here is the team race, if I'm not mistaken. And you know what that means. For those of you at home that don't know what the team race is, let me give you a quick rundown on a team race. 2 riders, 1 bike.
And a lot of shenanigans.
A lot. The goal is to trade the bike off after every lap, right? And then...
And they get 6 laps on this race.
They do. They do. They're going to get even more.
So Caleb Carter just took down first place. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you? I was, you know, I just wanted to come out to a good start and get the whole shot and try to get away from those guys there really fast. And yeah, you know, I can't thank TCB enough for you know, helping me out with this bike. And yeah, obviously I feel like I had the best bike out there. So.
And you were looking good with the American flag flying. I loved it up front. You know, just the tail on the wind, just rocking. So you killed it out there, buddy.
Yes, sir. And got a few people here helping me out. There's a guy over there, Troy Smalls, selling pit vipers if you want to get something like me. And yeah, we got a few more races coming up, so we'll see what we can do in those.
And up next is the team race we were just talking about. I believe you're in it once again, aren't you?
Yes, sir, we are. We might be a little underpowered in that one, but me and my teammate, I feel, have a solid chance on the win, so we're going to see what we can do out there.
Well, I'll let you get a drink of water and get cooled down for a minute and get back to some racing. Good job, Caleb.
Thank you.
Yeah. We'll save you a spot. Caleb Carter, man, that guy is he's doing it big, man. Out there doing it for Pit Viper, TB Parts, YCF, all those awesome brands supporting him through all this race, and he looks super fast. We're about to see him again in this team race. And just to go back to that really fast, you know, we don't ever tell anybody, hey, hold that guy up. But in the team race, if you don't hold that guy up in the swap, man, you're just not doing it right.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see a little heel kick it, a little front tire.
The trick, I'm gonna put you guys down on some game. In the team race, the trick is to hit the other rider's kill switch. Are you at the starting line listening? I see them shaking their heads right now. So there's going to be some action. We're going to have to keep the cameras peeled on that because there's always some good crashes. There's always some people that want to hold someone up, and it's always fun to watch. So team race is a staple in the race order at all these pit bike races. And most of these guys are going to be doing it on that is where you see a lot of the carnage right there.
And I mean, most of these have clutches. So do you pull in the clutch, put it in neutral? You leave it in first gear? What's the strategy there?
Most of these guys are trying to leave it in gear, and their first grab is going to be straight to that clutch side. They're going to try to grab that clutch throttle side, and then they're going to try to get out of there as fast as they can, because the longer you're in the trade-out zone, the more in jeopardy you are of someone hitting your kill switch or someone tackling you
and they're not moving.
Yeah,
people are already getting away from it.
First, second, third's on the gas, and you're back there playing lollipop. So you got to get in there and get the trade and get on the gas and get to the front for sure. As the day's going on, you're starting to see more dust too. So a lot of these guys are definitely going to want to get to the front to where they have clear vision, clean air, and just go after it. So.
Yeah, a lot of the big race cars, the UTVs and the 4400s, they have pumpers. Well, on a dirt bike, you don't have that, so you're breathing the dust.
Yeah, you gotta, I've seen some of these guys. I've seen Scott a few times going through some of his big races where he'll do interviews after the race, and his whole entire face is just completely covered in dirt. And that's part of moto, man. It's the fun of coming out here and getting dirty and just getting rowdy with your boys. That's kind of the definition of pit bike racing. You'll see all these guys, all the freestyle guys that are here, Matt Byton and all of them, they get into it too. Byton's got a sick freestyle compound in the hometown where I live, Burleson, Texas, and he's got a pit bike track there too. They're always having these big things. So these pit bikes have really blown up. It's really kind of the thing to have. You have your big bike or your UTV or whatever, and then you got a pit bike.
And yeah, you said you've been around the pit bike game for quite a while. You've raced it, you've watched it, you've called the shots, and it's a lot of fun being up here with you, buddy.
Man, I've had a blast with you too, man. I look forward to this week, and I know you do a lot more of the Ultra 4 and that kind of stuff, and I think I'm going to get to call some of the action with you on that. So this is exciting for me. I love getting to come here and learn about new areas of racing, new things that I've never done before.
Yeah, I mean, and we've got it all. Like we said, we have bull riding, we have rock bouncers, we have the shootout, we have Ultra 4. The list goes on. There's stuff to do every day, every night. There's concerts. There's a lot going on. It's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm pumped to be here. We've got 8 days of this going on for Visions up here. So definitely go to MidAmericaOutdoors.com and check out the event schedule, the lineup of everything we got going on. They have day passes or full event passes. So check it out.
So the site loop is on. And there's a lot of vendors here. I saw Maxxis Tire out there. Fuelworks is on site. There's lots of stuff going on. So right in the middle of Vendor Village is where we'll be giving away the checks later on today.
Hey, you see Caleb Carter and his teammate right there riding that tandem lap. This is the sight lap, but I guess if it is a team race and you're trying to figure out how to get a sight lap for both riders, well, 2 dudes, 1 bike is the only way to do it.
And speaking of lots of stuff going on, we have a lot of cool things. We caught up with Dennis Anderson with Mega Truck, so we'll take a quick chat with Dennis Anderson.
Hi guys, we're here at Visions Week just outside of Jay, Oklahoma at MidAmerica Outdoors. I'm here with Dennis Anderson today. How are you doing? How are you? I mean, gosh, you came to this amazing event.
I got to tell you, man, it's an honor to be a part of Visions, MidAmerica Outdoor Off-Road Park. I came in here, a few months ago and saw what these guys were laying down. There was no way that this was going to happen without me being here.
That's what I've heard. I hear we have mega trucks and monster trucks here for this event. What is the difference in those vehicles?
Well, a monster truck weighs about 12,500 pounds. Mega truck has got the same power, but it only weighs about 6,000 pounds. They're made to run through mud. These are made to jump over buses. But I've got to tell you, we're making a combination of everything out here. We got a smorgasbord of, a carnage field, gladiator-style arena that's brand new. We just finished it. I'm telling you, 24 hours ago, but it looks awesome. And we are going to show down and throw down for everybody that comes to the valley.
Okay, so my understanding is you guys have a few shows that are going to happen this week, not just the one. Is that correct?
That's right. So Sunday afternoon at 6 p.m., we've got the Mega Truck Show. It's going to be mud, stunt, fire, thunder. It's going to be happening on Sunday. It's really kind of a teaser event, but it's powerful, it's fast, it's loud, and it's awesome. And then we're going to spin right on in. We have events all through the week. And once we get down to the grand finale of our last day in the valley anyway out there, it is going to be on the 24th at 7 o'clock. monsters are going to go mad. We're going to have racing, side-by-side racing, freestyle, and we're going to do a world record jump with King Sling, the mega truck.
Wow, that sounds incredible. So what is the record exactly that we're trying to set here this week?
Honestly, in my eyes, the record's easy. All we got to do is break 175. We've already done a few practice runs with it, almost beat it already. But this ramp that we built, we don't know what's going to bring. I just hope the truck stays together when it hits the ground.
Anything yet? All you missed really was the first corner. They're coming around right now. When they come back through this section right up here, after they blast through that high-speed backhand right there, you see them, they're railing right now. You're going to see these guys come into that trade, and that's where you want to keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, but how cool is that to catch up with Dennis Anderson, the man, Mr. Grave Digger himself here on site, putting on a show later on? It's going to be cool.
Man, I honestly feel honored just to get to be on this, you know, right before he got to talk. I've always looked up, my kid plays with his toys, and now we're here at Visions, and he's doing big things here, so that's going to be super awesome.
But
Here
Caleb's
these guys
out
come.
front once again, so here's going to be the trade-off here in just a minute.
Getting a little rowdy, having to give a push off.
So the smaller horsepower bike is still out front with Caleb.
Yeah, you know, skill does play a big factor into this for sure. These guys, you know, we can get on these smaller bikes and absolutely rip on these things around the track. As you see right there, that FPV drone flying behind those riders, and they are flying, so.
And Matt, do you know who's teamed up with Caleb Carter?
I don't know. We don't have both team members' names, so we went with the person who just signed up, which that's Caleb Carter. Everybody knows Caleb Carter.
He just won the 12-inch Open.
Won the 12-inch Open, leading the points in the Nitro Circuit Series. Out here repping that American flag T-shirt, making it look just easy as can be.
But now he just got back into second position, so we'll see how this trade-off goes.
All right, here they
See how
come.
it plays out.
All right, coming into the trade zone. 135 on the brakes right there, going to trade out. Drone coming in behind him. You can see it right there. We got a jam up. How's it going to be? Oh, man. Caleb Carter now on the gas, trying to run down that first place rider. Opting to go wide right there through the corner, square it off and charge. Look at that send.
But Caleb just got off this track after winning, and he knows it. He's got it down. He's dialed. That guy is on.
Look at this. I'm going to guess that that's going to be pinned right there. Coming out of that corner, Caleb is on the gas. And just look at the difference. I want to talk about the difference right there. That's a 140 in the front and a mod 110 in second.
So he's trying to keep the momentum going around the outside. Just slipping the clutch and letting her eat.
Caleb right there going outside, trying to carry the momentum. Super close coming into the trade zone. We're about to see what happens right here. This is going to be where all the action is. He is on the rear tire. Oh, look right there. That's the move right there.
So is it going to be?
Oh, he got back around him, still holding on to that top spot.
So first, second, and third are still super close out here for the team race.
That's our man Scott Champion right there in the lead. This guy out there just got done getting a second in that 12-inch Open.
So we are right at the halfway point of this team race. They're racing 6 full laps for the money.
See that high-speed corner right there. Scott on the gas coming through that, probably third gear, pinned on that 140. Scott got all the lines. Scott coming out of Supercross, heading over to race some side-by-sides here at MAO, now getting some pit bike racing thrown in the mix. I mean, with a 12.5 payout in a pit bike race, it brought a lot of heavy hitters out here today, and you're seeing some of that right now. Just in the team race, I mean, these guys are on the gas. Going into the team zone, we got another position change. Caleb Carter is back on that machine. You see him right there. He's in third. But let's see if he will stay in that position. I highly doubt it.
And I believe this is his third lap. So he'll be done after this one, handing off, and then we'll be seeing the white flag here shortly. Lots of action all over this mini bike track.
Yeah, this isn't your typical mini bike or pit bike racing. This is some real fast pit bike racing right here. All of these guys are on the gas right now on the track.
I mean, you said it earlier, most of it's just in somebody's field, somebody's backyard, but this is a legit pit bike track.
Yeah, one of the things you'll see right there is just the size of those jumps that these guys are going over on small bikes. And they are having no problem. These 140s are the bigger option in the pit bike class. They're about the biggest pit bike you can race. As you see them going into the trade zone right there.
Going off.
Scott Champion piloting that 135 machine. Looks like he's going to be partnered up with Jordy Burnett. Jumps into that second spot. Caleb Carter trying to catch up, or not, it's Caleb Carter's teammate right now out there trying to catch up on this last lap.
Is that Russell Hightower out front, I believe?
It looks like Russell Hightower has got the lead right now, or his team. Not sure if it's Russell, but it's definitely Russell's team. They're going to come around and take the checkers this time around. That was a heck of a team race right there, and you'll see this track is fast. So as you watch these guys come around, they're going to take the high line right there. As you see, come over that tabletop, scrub it super hard right there to keep the bike down low and stay on the gas.
What an awesome team race it was. That was a lot of fun.
Here we come, Jet Underwood and team 311 taking the victory lap. They're going to pull over here. We're going to get to talk to these guys. What's up, dudes? How was that?
That was awesome right there, Bob. That was one hell of a ride. That was so sick. I can't wait to do it again. Let's line them up.
All right, you guys won the team race. All right, so what? Are you racing anything else? Do you have anything? Mad Dog?
We're both racing the Mad Dog class next. That one's going to get it dicey. There's a whole bunch of heavy hitters in that one, so yeah, that one should be more interesting than this one.
So let me ask you a question real fast. What made you come to MidAmerica Race Pit Bikes here today?
All that cash on the line, baby. We want to win all that deal. Bring it back to Colorado.
That's right, all the way from Colorado. Congrats to you boys in the team race. Let's see what you do in the Mad Dog, but get that money, son.
What a great race. The swap was a lot of fun to see. Not too much carnage, but it's just crazy to think a bike coming in hot, hit the brake, swap guys, and they just take on out.
Like I said, there's definitely a technique, I think, to make that the fastest way possible. We talked a little about that first hand that goes in the handlebars being on that clutch throttle, to make sure that you can get out of there as quick as you can. And, now we got some just regular racing coming up. The next race in the order is going to be our vet class. Hey, don't think for a second just because we say it's a vet class race, it's not going to be any slower. It's going to be fast. All the vet class is the dudes that are over 30 and they have figured out how to go really fast and not fall as many times as all the rest of these guys. So that class is coming up next. Scott Champion, the Iron Man himself. You see him over here. He's like, just got done doing 12-inch open, got a podium there, comes back over, does the team race, got a podium there, and now look at him. Now he's loaded up and he's headed over to get in this vet class and do some more racing right there. That dude's going to be worn out, looking for some water and some AC here just shortly for sure. Vet class heavy hitters coming your way. Dustin Williams, Jeremy Thomas, Bryant Paver, Ryan Bryson, Blair Lively, Russell Hightower, Urat Sailor, Scott Champion, Ryan Holum, Chance Barfold, JJ Ames, and Ryan Ford, all getting locked and loaded in the gate.
Yeah, what a great day of racing it's been thus far, and we are not over yet. And there's so much going on here. We have a lot of stuff over in Vendor Alley, and speaking about
welcome. Visions event here at MidAmerica Outdoors just outside of Jay, Oklahoma. I'm Tara and I'm here today with Shelby and Amy. How you guys doing?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Very good. Is this your first time here at this park or are you regulars here?
We've been here probably 50 times over the last 2 years.
So Shelby, what event are you going to be competing in with this new car back here?
I'll be running in the Bouncer Knockout race on Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
Terrific. We look forward to seeing you out there. What do you think about your car is going to help you win that competition?
I really couldn't tell you because I've only raced it once, and that was last weekend. So I have no seat time in the car. I'm just going to strap in, pull the belts tight, and straight send it.
So how much racing experience do you have? Have you always done the Bouncers or have you done other off-road events?
I pretty much started in Bouncers around 2019. There's a car here that's off camera that I started racing in. Got agitated with it, sold it to my buddy Justin, let him deal with the headaches. I took a year off of racing and just got back into it, a few months ago when I won this car here.
Very cool. So it sounds like you've seen this park going through its development processes and everything that they've added to it. Amy, what would you say is the best new addition that they have right now?
Definitely the lazy river.
I think everybody agrees. We're all looking forward to that. Do you guys have like a favorite band you're hoping to see this week?
Trace Atkins, I saw him at Blue Holler back in October, but I'm really looking forward to like AC/DC Back in Black, the tribute band. Those guys are awesome. Mini Kiss, I'm excited to see those guys as well. Swan Brothers, I mean, just the entire entertainment lineup is typical Jason and MidAmerica fashion, over the top.
Hey guys, we're here at Visions Week, MidAmerica Outdoors, just outside of Jay, Oklahoma. I'm Tara, and I've got Clyde Bynum here with me. How you doing, Clyde?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm awesome. So I'm looking at this wall behind us, and they are saying this is going to be a race course. What exactly is going to drive up this?
All right, so right now we're all the way at the easy end, and then we'll work our way down the hard end. So yeah, this is race course for a UTV.
For a UTV, so they're just going to launch up it? Is it like who gets to the top first? Is it time? Is it style? What are they basing this race on?
So all of this racing is just like we do our National Cup Series. It's all time, and we'll do some course racing at the bottom, and then we'll usually do a hill climb and then come back down and finish at the bottom. We usually try to keep our courses anywhere from 60 to 120 seconds, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Wow, and do you have people of all ages, or is this specifically an adults competition right now?
We've got people from anywhere from 10, 11 years old to 40, 50 years old, so it's all ages.
It's really a family sport then.
It's 110% family sport, probably the most family-oriented sports out there. You know, we're still very young, so it's usually all the families involved.
What do you think keeps people coming back for this particular type of challenge with these kind of vehicles?
For the drivers, it's just like most racing, it's just a huge adrenaline rush. It's just knowing they can do it and excited that they get it done. And then for the spectators, it's just a large spectator-friendly sport because you see everything from start to finish.
Absolutely. So will they get to do each one of these walls, or do you got to get one to advance on to the next wall?
No, so basically they gave us a lot of options, and over the 2 days we'll do different courses. So some of these will go up, some of them will go down, and then the next day we may go up where we came down before. So the weather always plays a big role in it, and then I'll make my final choice Monday evening on course design, and we'll go from there Tuesday morning.
Very cool. Are we talking like stock UTVs, or are these completely modified vehicles?
Most of this class, like I said, is our Cup Series, so they're all an unlimited class. They're all tube chassis. Even the UTV class is really more like the rock bouncers. Not much stock left in them.
What would you say is the biggest skill that's going to be an advantage for the winner of this type of competition?
You know, the people that consistently win, they have to push to the edge, obviously, but they're also able to keep in control with really good throttle control and obviously steering and things like that. But they, at this point, there's so many good guys out there. They're having to push to the edge even at that point to stay on top.
So out here we've got a lot of drivers coming. Who are some of the top ones that we can look forward to seeing compete?
We have, as far as the bouncer class, you know, we have people like Tim Cameron, Bubba Bacon, Brandon Davis, Danny Smith, a lot of those guys that run in the top of the Cup Series. And then in the UTV class, we got people like Paul Wolf, Cash LaCroix, Clint Garrison, a lot of those guys that are running at the top of the series right now.
Now you mentioned bouncers. UTVs, I think a lot of people are familiar with. Some people may be familiar with bouncers, but can you tell us a little bit, like, what is a bouncer and what's the difference between that versus the UTVs?
So basically a bouncer is, you know, mostly a V8 powered rig, huge 47 spline axle shafts, 43-inch tires, where a UTV, and of course those bouncers are 1,000 plus horsepower competitive. The UTV class is more of like the Polaris and Can-Am stuff. Obviously they're custom built tube chassis, but they're much smaller tires, 200 to 300 horsepower, just a little bit different suspension design, things like that.
What keeps you coming back to race here at this park in Jay, Oklahoma?
Like all the parks, we really look for the parks that are easy to work with. This is a park that does a phenomenal job supporting what we need to get it done, and also support on the day of, you know, for recovery and all that stuff to make it happen.
Is there anything specific you think people should know about when they're coming to this event, or if maybe they want to come compete in this event one day?
As far as this event, you know, it's if you're not familiar with an off-road park, then, you know, get familiar with, you know, the off-road park side of things. But other than that, just try to make sure you know where to go beforehand and stay safe and have a good time.
Awesome, guys. Well, as you can see, they say somebody's going to shoot up this wall and win some money. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Come check it out or watch it live. Hi guys, we're here at Visions Week at MidAmerica Outdoors just outside of Jay, Oklahoma. I'm Tara, and I am apparently standing here in the woods today with JT Taylor. How are you doing, JT?
Doing good. Yeah, you're standing on the course for the endurance UTV race and the unlimited 4400 course, the woods part of it. It's a trail called Dog Days here out at MAO.
Okay, so you said we've got the Ultra 4 4400 Unlimited class and the UTV endurance race that's going to be coming through here. What are the differences in those two races and the vehicle types they might be using?
So the course is going to be the same for all of them. The differences in the vehicles, we have on the UTV side, we have Pro Rock cars that meet their rules. Then we have the Ultra 4 cars that meet our rules. They're really close. They're all safe. Just a few little differences, but we wanted to get a bunch of people from both of those events, or both of those series, to be able to race this event. So we made some concessions on rules on both sides. Then moving into the unlimited 4400 class for Ultra 4, it's our standard rules for an unlimited car. We also have some 4500 cars and some 4800 cars, which are a lower class. They're coming out to step up and race this race in the unlimited class to see how they stack up.
Okay, so as a spectator, if I come and I watch one of these two races, will I get to see them on the course, or will I only get to see them take off? What can I expect?
So we're keeping them on the short course. There's 2 miles of short course and about a mile of woods. So they're only going to be in the woods for a few minutes. And with 20-something cars per class, I think we're 25 on the Endurance UTV, and then we're like 22 for the 4400 Unlimited. So you're going to get to see them on the course quite a bit. And then also we'll have jumbotrons playing around, so we're going to catch them with drones coming across the field, into the trees, coming out of the trees over by the mega truck track. So it's going to be a very good spectator event.
Would you say that the drivers that like rocks better, or the drivers that like the speed better, are going to be the ones that have an advantage on this course?
The drivers that are adept at short course are definitely going to shine here because of you have more short course than you have woods. But if you do great on the short course, but you suck in the trees and these trees don't move, you're going to get beat.
Do you know which day and time we can expect to see that race?
Yes, we're going to do that race on Friday morning, starting qualifying with UTVs at 8 a.m. And then we move straight into Ultra 4 qualifying, the 4400 class, then right back into UTV racing, and then straight into unlimited class racing. So there's big names that people that have followed either side of this sport will know.
Very cool. Now, did most of these trails just naturally exist? Were they just old ditches? Were they logging roads? Or did you guys have to come in and completely build everything from scratch to be able to prep for this race?
No, we were pretty lucky in this. I spent a bunch of time out here and just poking around, and like the beginning of this one was started, but it wasn't finished through. So we finished this one through, but then it ties into another race course that they've used before for the Pro Rock stuff. So, and then the short course, of course, they have been building and fixing and changing, and we changed it a little bit. There was some stuff that needed to be changed to be safe for the big cars, and they were super accommodating here at MAO, and they're just happy to have us all here and put on a good event.
So I understand we've got some big boy races going on, and then we've got some other serious races going on that don't involve necessarily the off-roading cars. Like we've got the pit bike race that's coming up as well. I hear there's a Barbie car race as well, and you're going to be in that one because you're not really ready for the pit bikes yet.
Neither. Not racing the pit bikes or the Barbie Jeep downhill.
Oh, come on, it'll be great. Everybody wants to see it.
Pass. Hard pass.
All right, well, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think there's going to be some laughs on all of those races, as well as some serious competition between some of those bike guys. Hi, guys.
Yeah, this is our vet class. So this is 30 years and older riders out there. And really and truthfully, this is kind of an open class, so you can run the mods, you can do all that stuff too. The only requirement is you have to be over 30.
And so it's unlimited horsepower on the 140s or the 110s?
Yeah, in this vet class though that you're seeing right here, everybody on the track is going to be on a 12-inch rim bike. So that would be basically a modded 110 if it does have any mods or anything. But everybody in this is on a 12-inch. I haven't seen anything like that. We technically don't ever let the Mad Dogs really run with other classes. We'll let smaller bikes run with a Mad Dog, but we really can't let a Mad Dog run with a smaller bike. So
yeah, we do a lot of that with the 4400 class too. Like a 48 car can run with the 44s, but a 44 can't drop down to a lower class, just for same principle.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, it's just there's a big power difference between these things. There's also a big difference in suspension when you go from a 110 to a 140.
And speaking of suspension, do they do trick stuff with the forks?
Yeah, most all these bikes, so if you're going to be an adult and you're going to ride one of these bikes come from the factory and they're really built for a kid. So a lot of times what we do is we'll go in and we'll either change the rear shocks out, we'll either change the whole entire front end out and go to something like a more aggressive motocross style bike and just take the front end off of that. A lot of guys do it with KX65s and they'll put that front end on these bikes. A lot of guys will also opt for just going with a heavier weight fork wheel and do rods and springs in the front end and kind of rebuild that front suspension. Other than that, really the only thing in the back on suspension-wise that you see a lot of people go to is swing arms.
A longer swing arm, I guess?
A longer swing arm or anything that'll basically raise the bike a little bit. One of the biggest things, and you'll see all these bikes are going to have big bar kits on them. And another thing about the pit bikes is they come with a small throttle. Typically when you buy a pit bike, like we said, it's built for a kid, so the throttle is going to be basically the same size as a kid's hand. So a lot of us will do a mod. We'll go to a full-size throttle grip on these bikes, bigger swing arm, bigger suspension, and then we get into the big bore kits and the motor stuff.
Looks like we're about to go live racing for the vet class here in just a second.
And we got some heavy hitters in this vet class. That 184 Scott Champion back out there again. He's doing it big today, racing everything that he can. So we're going to get to see him again.
He's going to be worn out tonight, and he's doing the freestyle up here in just a little bit also.
He is, man. That guy, he's literally the Iron Man today. He's getting it on right now. On the gate, looks like he's having some trouble getting that bike started, but he's got it going now. And here they go.
And the gate is dropped for the vet class here at the Visions Week for the pit bike race.
184 Scott Champion blasted into that hole shot right there.
The old guy's still getting it done.
There it is right there. You can see it on the screen, opting for that inside line. Clean through that first corner for sure. Scott he's trying to round out this day and take home some money.
Scott Champion still out front, asks for the hole shots. He takes off towards the back of the park.
Scott pulling a little bit of a gap now. He's trying to get himself a little breathing room between him and that second place rider out there on the track. Definitely makes it a little bit easier when you've got that gap, because if something happens, you have a bobble in a corner, something like that, you've got a little bit of a comfort zone.
And there's our FPV drone chasing them down. We had a few technical difficulties we're working through, so I do apologize. It's a little glitchy, but we're doing our absolute best with Hammer King Productions to put on an amazing show here at Visions Week.
Scott Champion, you see him right there on the camera, looking super good and clean. Smooth lines.
This is a 5-lap race, or a 4-lap race, I apologize. So I believe they're doing 4 laps here in the vet class.
4 laps, 5 laps, it doesn't matter. They're having fun. That's what matters.
They're going to race to the checkered flag.
That's right.
For sure.
When they see that checkered flag, that's when they'll quit racing. I don't think they'll even want to quit racing then, but this track is just primo. I love this layout. You can see it there. It's a super big track, nice flowy, big bank turns.
And I definitely smell some race fuel every once in a while.
Yeah, you got some of these mod bikes will definitely run a little bit of a higher octane fuel for sure. Most of these bikes out here are running, purely off pump gas. You don't really have to do too much with these things to get them to run at their best that they can do.
And obviously 2 strokes are not allowed, correct?
No, there's really no 2 strokes in this. 2 strokes are more for the kids' race bike, so what you'll see in the pit bike is everything's going to be 4-stroke, pretty much across the board. See Scott right there coming through the back section of the track. That's a sick view when you're looking down from the top through that big, bold back sweeper corner there.
Yeah, it just shows you how big this pit bike track is. And like I said, with over $12,000 on the line, these guys are giving it their all.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it a bunch today, and you're seeing it right now. If you're at home watching this on the live feed, this is probably one of the nicest tracks that you're going to see in the country. The layout, it's challenging, it's fun, it's friendly to everyone, no matter what kind of a rider you are. So this track is really kind of the spot to be. Everybody wants to be here. And especially when they're putting this kind of money on it, you'll see a lot of people show up to race. But it's really spread out in your vet class. A lot of these guys in this vet class are out here doing it for fun. More than anything, they're doing it for fun. So you see Scott up there.
Speaking about fun, that's what this week is all about here at Visions, is fun.
All of it. And it's family fun too. So if you're at home watching, you want to come out, bring the whole family. Come on, let's go. We're going to have a good time, and we want you guys here. So Visions Week, this is where you want to be. We're pretty centrally located too. I came from Fort Worth, Texas, so not too far.
I came from a Kansas City area.
Your drive was definitely way shorter than mine.
Wasn't too bad, but the race is over, it looks like.
Checkered flag is out.
Scott Champion takes it away.
My man Scott Champion, he'll be pulling up over here again here in a minute. And I'm going to see if we can get him to come over and do a quick interview with us. I want to know how he's feeling right now. He's been putting in some laps. I would arguably say he has probably put in as many laps or more than anybody else out here today. He's racing so many classes, he's all over the place. A couple riders out there on the track still finishing it up. You'll see them right now. Don't forget, after the races, after these races are over, we're going to have the FMX show. The freestyle motocross riders are going to put on a show for us right here at 4 o'clock. Immediately following that freestyle show, we're going to have awards for the pit bike races over in Vendor Village.
Speaking about Vendor Village, we have to give a huge shout out to Fuelworks, Maxxis, Evolution Power Sports, Gage, HMF, Oklahoma Ford Dealers, Raceline Wheels, Rugged Radios, Texas, the Off-Road Syndicate, Rigid, Ultimax, Belts, just to name a few. So please support who supports the sport. Without those wonderful sponsors, we would not be racing here today or this entire week of Visions.
Yeah, man, it takes a village for sure to pull off something like this. And all the sponsors, big shout out to all of them. And not only sponsors, we want to give a big shout out to all the track staff and everybody here at MAO too for all the work they're putting in. And you guys, man, you guys have been putting in tons of work. So
yeah, the Hammer King production crew's done amazing. But let's go back to MidAmerica Outdoors. That whole crew, I mean, they have been pouring concrete. They've been opening pools. They've been building tracks. They've been doing absolutely everything. They've got excavators building the knockout races. They've got for the rock bouncers. They've been, burying boats and buses and building jumps for the mega trucks. I mean, the MAO has been doing amazing.
Yeah, they absolutely kill it out here. They work super hard to make sure that you have the best experience possible when you come to the most, in my opinion, premier off-road park in the country for sure.
Yeah, it's been absolutely amazing. We're just getting started, but while we have a quick break in the action, we're going to be right back after this.
Hey guys, welcome to Visions Week here at MidAmerica Outdoors, just outside of Jay, Oklahoma. I'm here today with Justin and Gatlin. How you guys doing?
All right, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm awesome. It looks like you guys have some pretty cool toys behind here.
Yep. I've got Voodoo Child, which is our rock bouncer, and my daughter has her little racer. She'll be racing for the first time on Monday.
Are you a better driver than this guy here?
That's a hard one because he has a lot more experience.
Is he your coach?
Yeah,
So one day you're going to be better, faster than him, right?
probably.
So you've been coming here for a while. This isn't your first time here. The park's been going through a lot of development and adding new cool things. What would you say your favorite part about this park is?
Definitely the facilities, the bathhouses here, your amenities, and you add a pool and a lazy river, you can't beat that.
Oh yeah, I think everybody's looking forward to that pool getting open and diving right in. So I've seen some kids' cars bouncing around here that kind of look like kid-sized bouncers. Do you think you'll stick with the UTVs for a while, or are you going to upgrade and move on to the bouncer series as well?
I'll probably move more toward the Ultra 4 because it's kind of like the exact same, but a little bit different.
So you like the rocks and the go fast, huh? All right, guys. Thank you so much for being out here today with us. Welcome to Visions Week. We are at MidAmerica Outdoors, just near Jay, Oklahoma. I'm Tara, and I'm here at the Maxxis booth today with Chris. Do you have any new products here that you want to talk about while we've got you?
So one of our newest tires is our Razor XT here. It's a desert race tire. It's an 8-ply steel belted radial. Tough, gets you through anything. No side bite, so it runs good through the high speed stuff in the desert. So this is one of our newer ones. Come on over and check it out. We got every other tire we make here, so swing by, check them out.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Chris. We appreciate you.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the event.
Welcome back, world. We're just moments away from kicking off our next class. Who do we have up next, Matt?
Next up, we got the stock class, race number 5.
And they're heading out for their sight loop as we speak.
All right, so stock class is on the track right now. Sight lap is going down. Just to give you guys the rundown too, if you're at home, a few mods, but it can't have any motor mods or
So
anything.
suspension mods are okay, but stock motor basically.
Basically, yeah. So you don't want to do anything that's going to add any power or add an advantage. So the bikes try to be, as like bikes as possible. And that's what we're going to see right here. We got Caleb Carter back out there again in that American flag shirt.
That guy's my favorite for sure out on the course.
Yeah, he's definitely doing it big. Don't forget, you can watch that guy race these pit bikes on TV on the weekends. It's super crazy that pit bikes have blown up that big. And now here we are today at Visions here at MidAmerica Off-Road, and these are racing for $12,500. I mean, that's some loot.
Over $12,000 for pit bikes, and they're giving away, I believe, over $200,000 throughout the week here at Visions.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
Huge, huge. So big shout out. You see Caleb taking it down the hill right now on that wheelie.
So we'll get Stack in there. We'll be live racing here in about 1 minute.
Yeah, some heavy hitters coming up. DC Thompson, Dustin Williams, Thomas, Caleb Carter, you're at Sailor, Ryan Holm, Matt Byton, Preston Garrison, Ryan Ford, Evan Pierce, and Colton Page. All coming up in just a second. 11 riders about to do battle. Every class out here, too. One of the things I want to bring up is every class out here is paying some money. So everybody's going to take something home today. And that's sick, right? Come all the way up to Oklahoma. You may be close, you may be far, it doesn't matter. But if you raced today and you did good, you're going to take home something for it.
Yeah, come out here, have some fun, and take home some money. That sounds like a good deal to me. And I'm Miles Hasquist alongside Matt Madison. We'll be bringing you the live action off and on all week long at ultra4racing.com/live for Visions Week here at the MidAmerica Outdoor Off-Road Park. Jay is located in northeast Oklahoma, over 1,000 acres here at this park. It's a premier riding racing area. They have the amazing amenities. Matt, give us a rundown on some of your favorite amenities here at the park.
Well, the top of my list is definitely going to be that huge water park they just built.
And here we are, live racing number 5. It's the whole shot.
That's going to be Evan Pierce right there.
Caleb's hot on him.
Right there on his heels, chasing him down. Caleb Carter going to try to put that back tire right on his and make this fast as quickly as he can. Get out in front and get away from this dust.
Looks like we have one wipeout.
.594 Evan Pierce. He's on the gas. Caleb Carter on the gas too. You see him right there blasting through that back section in that corner.
And I love the whole stock motor mentality, because it comes down to the driver. You know, you can't horsepower your way through this. You have to ride your way through this.
Yeah, you're definitely like right there. You'll see Caleb going through that corner. One of the advantages a lot of guys will try to have is, you know, some guys will be a lot faster when it comes to corner speed. And so they are working super, super hard to keep those bikes going as fast as they possibly can go. It looks like we are going to have a stop in action on the track right now.
We do have a rider that is down, so we're going to get him checked out, make sure everything is okay. So the course is cold.
Big shout out to our MidAmerica Outdoors medical staff and everyone here to make sure that everybody stays safe and everybody has a good time. They were literally over there in a matter of seconds to make sure that that rider was good to go. Safety is our first concern. That's why we stopped all the action on the track while we tend to that down rider. And then we'll get right back after it. We'll re-rack them. We have these happen. Sometimes there's a fall. We just do a restart and get it going.
So is it if you don't do a full lap, do you redo completely?
Yeah, that's technically the way it works, but that's really kind of the way it is when you have a longer race, right? Like then they break it down and say, up there.
Looks like we're getting thumbs up from everybody, so we're going to get them re-racked and head back out.
That's right. And, you know, just a thing to point out, too, I don't know if everybody else here saw that at home, but we all did here, but every one of these riders, as soon as that person went down and they threw that flag and stopped traffic, they all went over there to make sure he was okay.
Yep,
that's cool. Pit bike racing, man. We do this thing for fun. We do it with our homies, and we're out there to have a good time. When someone goes down, we want to make sure that rider's good to go, and that's our first priority.
I mean, that's off-road and generic, though, because, you know, you want to beat your buddy at their finest. So in the pits, they'll help you. They'll give you a shifter. They'll give you some fuel. They'll fix a tire. But, you know, but then once you get going, it's racing. When you put the helmet on, the green flag, you're not buddies anymore. You're competitors.
That's right. We always joke about that. Once the gate drops, I don't have any friends.
So, yeah, we're going to re-rack. We'll do a complete restart for this stock class of 4 laps for this main event. The sun is shining. It's 85 degrees roughly. A few clouds in the sky for sure, but it is warming up, and it's looking like it's going to be an absolutely beautiful week here at Visions.
Yeah, I don't know about you, man, but I live in Fort Worth, Texas, and you know, we typically are in the 90s, but every time I come up here and it says 85 in my truck, I get out and I feel like it's 207.
Yeah, the humidity here is awful, but, you know, that's just part of it.
Hey,
we'll have a good time.
All right, here they go.
They're off.
Looks like an absolute repeat of the start we saw just a minute ago, the 594.
Evan Pierce out front with Caleb Carter right behind him.
Caleb Carter literally charging inside, so he's going to be set up for the corner better right here. Oh, look, he tries to dive under and square him off. Can't make it happen. Caleb jumps out to the lead right there, you'll see.
What some great pit bike racing we have in this stock class. This is the first lap out of 4. Since we didn't finish that first lap, we did a complete rear start.
Yeah, we'll restart it. Get everybody back on the track like you see right now out there. But once again, this is your stock class. Stock bikes, all very similar. You'll have some mixes out there. You see some of these guys on Hondas, some of these guys on Yamahas, and then you even got some KLX 110s out there. So between that Yamaha, Honda, and Cowies, they pretty much got this stock 110 class on lock right there.
Caleb Carter's won a race already today. He's ready to take home some cash. Got the American flag flying.
412 coming through on the gas. 412, that's Preston Garrison.
You can see all these jumps. There's, what are there, 15 jumps out there, a few roller sections, a lot of big bank corners. This pit bike track is absolutely awesome.
Yeah, and the cool thing is every track's going to have multiple lines, right? So if you're watching at home, you may see a line that, looks like everybody's been doing it a certain way, and then you see another rider come out and they turn one jump or two jumps into one jump. So there's a bunch of different lines out there on the track. It really just depends on skill.
And with the pit bikes, these are stock engines, so if you can carry your momentum around the outside, that has the advantage for sure.
Yeah, you'll see these guys on these stock bikes with a little underpowered motors. They'll definitely be doing a lot of seat bouncing and trying to rail as hard as they can and carry momentum.
And speaking about railing, here comes Caleb Carter out for another lap out front. Evan Pierce misses a little bit, but keeps her going.
Yeah, one of the things that we've talked about this too, and you'll see it out here. Advantage to Caleb Carter on this. Caleb's on that KLX 110. I believe he's on a 110L. If he's on that L model, that means he's going to have a clutch. That clutch comes in big time when you're trying to carry a ton of speed coming out of the corners. You have that extra ability to get on the clutch and really just generate some power. Where these Hondas and these Yamahas don't have that on a stock bike. That's not even an option. So Caleb definitely has an advantage, but these motors are all the same, so this is some very, very close racing.
But Caleb Carter really starting to run away with this race. But remember, to finish first you must finish. So if he wipes out in the corner, it's his race to lose. As a white flag is out, heading out for their fourth and final lap.
There he is right there, sending it wide open, coming around through the yellow arch.
Trying to stay as low as he can to keep the wheel as much as possible, keep that traction going. The more air time, the less time the tire's putting power to the dirt.
Yeah, you'll definitely see these guys go over the jumps, and it looks like they're trying to throw a trick or something, maybe a little whip. What they're really trying to do is scrub speed and stay as low as they can so that back tire can get traction as fast as it can.
Every once in a while you can see a foot peg kind of catch a little dirt.
That's when you know you got a really good scrub.
So the checkered flag will be flying here very shortly as Caleb Carter will be taking the checkered flag. You can hear it bouncing off the limiter as Caleb Carter grabs the checkered. Another win for Caleb Carter.
594, that's going to be Evan Pierce. He's going to come around and get into that second position. That is your stock class in the pit bike races right there.
You can stay on that side.
Dude.
Practicing and training in stock bikes, and I decided I wanted this win. Like, a lot of times I go to races and I mess up in stock class, and that really pisses me off. So I really wanted this one. I had to make sure I got it done.
Well, you did get it done, so that was sick. Are you done for the day? Do you have anything else? You got Mad Dog, right?
Yes, sir. We have one more, but yeah, I can't thank all the people who helped me get here and helped me out with all my stuff, TV parts, and all of those guys that helped me out so much. Thank you.
Well, hey, I got one more question for you. All these people want to know, when's the next race where we can watch you on TV racing pit bikes?
Today is Sunday, correct? Yeah, actually at 4:30 this evening or 5:30. I can't remember. Hopefully I'll be up here in just a second. I'll be able to let you know for sure.
There you go, man. Well, good luck, dude. We'll talk to you soon.
We just wrapped up the stock class, but up next is the fastest pit bikes of the day, the Mad Dog class. Matt, give us a little rundown on what these entail.
Hi guys, welcome. Visions event here at MidAmerica Outdoors just outside of Jay, Oklahoma. I'm Tara and I'm here today with Shelby and Amy. How you guys doing?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Very good. Is this your first time here at this park or are you regulars here?
We've been here probably 50 times over the last 2 years.
So Shelby, what event are you going to be competing in with this new car back here?
I'll be running in the Bouncer Knockout race on Saturday morning, 10 a.m.
Terrific. We look forward to seeing you out there. What do you think about your car is going to help you win that competition?
I really couldn't tell you because I've only raced it once, and that was last weekend. So I have no seat time in the car. I'm just going to strap in, pull the belts tight, and straight send it.
So how much racing experience do you have? Have you always done the Bouncers or have you done other off-road events?
I pretty much started in Bouncers around 2019. There's a car here that's off camera that I started racing in. Got agitated with it, sold it to my buddy Justin, let him deal with the headaches. I took a year off of racing and just got back into it, a few months ago when I won this car here.
Very cool. So it sounds like you've seen this park going through its development processes and everything that they've added to it. Amy, what would you say is the best new addition that they have right now?
Definitely the lazy river.
I think everybody agrees. We're all looking forward to that. Do you guys have like a favorite band you're hoping to see this week?
Trace Atkins, I saw him at Blue Holler back in October, but I'm really looking forward to like AC/DC Back in Black, the tribute band. Those guys are awesome. Mini Kiss, I'm excited to see those guys as well. Swan Brothers, I mean, just the entire entertainment lineup is typical Jason and MidAmerica fashion, over the top.
All right, and we are back. We're getting ready to kick off the Mad Dog class for the pit bikes here at Visions Week here at MidAmerica Outdoor at this beautiful facility, over 1,000 acres here. Matt, we're about to kick off the Mad Dogs. Give us a quick rundown on what these are.
Mad Dog class coming at you right now on their sight lap. These are going to be the biggest bikes you're going to see on the track here in the pit bike races. These are all 140s, and they can be modded up to a 150cc bike. And that's what you'll see. These Mad Dog bikes are going to have bigger suspension, bigger wheels, bigger motors, and bigger horsepower. They're going to be able to jump all the jumps a lot smoother than you've seen on these smaller 12-inch 110 bikes. So this is going to be a fast one. It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, this will be the fastest race of the day, and like I said, there's some real money on the line.
Yeah, not only that, but it's our final race of the day, and that's the coolest part, is we always save the best for last. And then right after that, we're going to go into the freestyle motocross show. That's going to be coming up here just shortly, too. I'm excited to see that. Matt Byton and the crew, Anthony Murray, Derek Berlew, Scott Champion, who's been out here in like every race so far. He's going to have to get on the big bike here in a minute and throw some whips for us. And then we got Oklahoma man himself, Cowboy Kenny Bartram. He's going to be putting on a show also. They got the whole squad in the house, and these guys absolutely get down. They did a show last night in town, and it was one to watch for sure. They were getting upside down, flying all over the place, and they're going to do it again here just shortly for you guys. But coming up in just a second, we're going to get these Mad Dog riders going. You got Jeremy Thomas, Jet Underwood, Russell Hightower, Blake Barnes, Caleb Carter, Jordy Burnett, Scott Champion, Dennis Burnett, Chance Barfield, Jason Ritchie, and Dustin Williams rounding out the field.
But the man to beat right now, I think, is Caleb Carter, fresh off another win. That guy is on fire today.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some competition here. Scott Champion's back in this race with him. Scott's been giving him some fits the whole day, and that's going to be coming up here in just a second.
white flag goes, we're start going up the back. Right at the end of the race, and then do the interview. You remember the mic, remember? And then you're talking about the freestyle show, and then coming together there, getting my city, and then the white flag, that's blowing up.
So it looks like that we are all stacked and set and about to kick off our last pit bike race of the day. These are the biggest, fastest bikes we will have on course today. This will be a 5-lap race, and they're going to get it on.
Yeah, money class, right? So this is going to be the main event in that big money class, and they want to do battle. But as you see right there on the starting line, these guys are giving each other some dap right there, showing some love. They're like, hey, man, like you said, we're good right now. As soon as that gate drops, don't get your feelings hurt.
And then directly following this, we'll be doing the motocross freestyle. So stay tuned in, ultra4racing.com/live. Get on the King of the Hammers Facebook page, hit that share button, start a watch party, hashtag it up. We're about to rock and roll.
Yeah, we're going to have Matt Byton come over also here in just a few minutes, and he's going to give you the rundown on the freestyle show. Right now, 140's on the track.
So 311 with the whole shot. So Jason Ritchie, Russell Hightower, and Caleb Carter, the top 3 so far. And they are ripping.
This is definitely one of those late day second moto looking races out there. The dirt is flying, the dust is up. Caleb Carter in that second position, he is on the gas. 1, 2, and 3 stacked in super tight right there.
There's Jason Ritchie, I believe. Well, we have 2 311s on my sheet, so it could be Chance. These guys are These guys are giving it their all, trying to make it there to get that money, get that trophy.
They definitely want to take home the title of the pit bike winner for Visions, for sure. That's a bragging rights right there. And you know, I know this thing's only going to get bigger and bigger. And we're going to have more and more people come out here to race this race. So right now, Caleb Carter looking nice and flowy. American flag shirt, just ripping in the wind. You see that white flag out right there?
White flag is out. 5th and final lap going. So we'll start blowing up the landing for our pit bikes, or for our stunt show.
Caleb Carter right there, scrubbing super hard, throwing that leg off the side of the bike, trying to keep it down low. That is an awesome view from our FPV drone out there on the track, following Caleb up front right now. And you can definitely see with that drone, he's on the gas for sure.
So we have 2 separate drones. We have our high and wide and our action shot. These guys are bringing down some amazing shots from Hammer King Productions. But they're laying it all on the line. Caleb Carter still out front. More corners. Checkered flag is out. Caleb Carter for the win once again.
There you see Caleb scrubbing over those, putting his fist in the air, pumping it up. He's hammered right now. Next up on the agenda, we're going to hand the mic off and get some words from my man Matt Byton right here about this freestyle motocross show that's coming up. They're going to put on a show for us next. Matt, take it away, dude.
Matt, how's it going, buddy?
Oh, it's doing great. It's pretty awesome out here. Love to see the pit bikes going strong, and that was cool. A lot of good racing, some good stuff. So it was cool.
Yeah, and last night you guys put on one heck of a show. It was great to see the lightning in the background, far off in the background, but it was really cool to see you guys launching last night in the middle of town. But now just after the pit bikes, getting ready to get it done.
Yeah, right on. Thank you. We had a blast last night. Yeah, the weather made it look really cool in the back. Probably made some killer shots for everybody on their phones there, and we had a blast. The crowd was awesome. It was a great start to the first night of such an awesome week.
Yeah, Visions Week has so far so good as being amazing. So give us a quick rundown. How tall is that ramp? How big's your landing?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, so we'll be doing some freestyle motocross. We jump 75 feet in distance. We'll go about 35 feet in the air. We're on a little bit of a hill, so just kind of have to calculate that. Joey was crushing it on the skid steer, doing some great dirt work, trying to get it as level as possible for us. And but yeah, we'll be flying off the bikes, in the front of the bike, the middle of the bike, the back of the bike, and then of course if you guys get loud enough, we'll get her upside down for y'all and have some fun doing that and put on a good show for you guys.
Hey, how many stunt drivers you guys have today?
There'll be 5 of us. Scott Champion will be joining us. He's well, I think he is. Are you? I don't know if Scott's joining us. He just raced his heart out here with Caleb. They were put in some laps. These guys rode hard today. I bet they're going to sleep good. But definitely 4 of us. It'll be Kenny Bartram, a legend from Stillwater, Oklahoma, and multi-X Games medalist. And he's old, so that's pretty cool that he's still out here. And then, yeah, Anthony Murray, man. The guy can do a front flip. He doesn't have his front flip ramp here, but the guy's got big talent, big heart, coming in strong. And then Derek Ballou, he's been around the freestyle game. He drove all the way out from New Jersey to join us. So, and then myself, Matt Byton, got a couple X Games medals himself. And so yeah, no, we're pumped. Lots of great talent, and that's what's cool about freestyles. Everyone has their own style. It might be the same trick, but we throw, everyone's got their own style too. So it's cool.
Yeah, and give us a rundown on the ramp. It's just air, right?
Right. Yeah. So the landing, the takeoff is 8 foot 9 inches tall, and then. Yeah, that'll send us about 20 feet long on the bottom there, and that sends us up pretty high. And then the airbag landing, it's crazy to me because I'm an old fart in the sport, so I'm used to dirt landings, and then we had these metal landings, and then now we're on the airbag, which is good. I don't need to eat as much ibuprofen when I land. I'm not as sore the old joints. So I like that for sure. That definitely helps me out. And it is safer for us if we were to go down and hit the deck. It is a little nicer to give yourself a little better chance to get away. So being old school, I've come to learn, if you're gonna pay me to jump on then I'll land on anything.
You'll figure it out as you go, and like you said, it is safer, so might as well roll with it.
Yeah, for sure. Like last night, I under-rotated the first flip, and I hit the deck. If that was a mobile, I would have went over it, or dirt. So right there is able to push through that top corner of the landing. The safety deck is the top flat part, what I'm talking about there. So it was able to push through, so it didn't send me over the bar, so I dodged a bullet there. So there, the airbag was good.
So we're just, I would say, about 5 to 10 minutes away from you guys heading out there and putting on a show?
Yeah, for sure. The guys looks like they're getting it all blowed up, doing some final touches, and I'm going to head over there and get on my scooter and get see what we can do for y'all.
Sweet. Yeah, go get all geared up, and can't wait to watch it. Thanks, buddy.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, we work outdoors, so we want to hear you. Don't be afraid to yell or throw something at us. It'll be cool.
All right, and you heard him. If you get loud enough, he may do a backflip.
Hell yeah, let's do it. All right.
So I've got one more interview to do. We have Caleb Carter, fresh off your Mad Dog win. You've been up here a lot. This is your third win of the day, if I'm not mistaken?
My big wheel bike, my Mad Dog bike, was it's bone stock, so it's super slow. So I actually took this for a couple laps yesterday. I was like, dude, I would love to ride this bike. So shout out to him for letting me ride this thing.
And you didn't even tear it up.
Yeah, exactly. He told me today, he was like, yeah, don't mess anything up. I was like, hey, if I break it, I'll fix it. And yeah.
So who else? I mean, you won 3 races. Who helped you get up there on the top of the podium all 3 times?
Yeah, definitely TB Parts, TCB with that full mod bike. Obviously, Blake Barnes let me use this bike. Pit Viper and Troy Smalls helping me out. And yeah, I just got to give a huge shout out to TB Parts for sure. They actually got me a stock bike also. So this is kind of what I do. And yeah, you can catch me on Fox Sports 2 tonight, 7:30 Eastern time. So it'll be a good race and a good show.
Well, congratulations again. So we're going to do a quick little, and then we'll give you some awards there in Vendor Alley here in just a little bit. Congratulations, Caleb.
Sounds awesome. Thank you.
So speaking about Vendor Village, we got to give a huge shout out to Fuelworks, Maxxis Tires, Evolution Power Sports, Gates, HMF, Oklahoma Ford Dealers, Raceline Wheels, Rugged Radios, Texas Motor Works, 360 Wraps, Moto Race Tire, Off-Road Syndicate, Rigid, and Ultimax Belts, just to name a few of our amazing partners. So please support who supports the sport. We would not be racing here at Visions without all of those amazing partners. Yeah, so I'll just kind of be the in and the out. I'll back.
Just join it.
You want to ramble for a minute with it?
Yeah, let's.
So I've got Danny here on the mic with me. I'm Miles. We got Danny here. We're about to do some dirt bike tricks.
Yeah, man, we had a great show last night, as you mentioned, downtown Jay, Oklahoma. Got in trouble with the NFR to go, and a great turnout, tons of kids, and as you mentioned and Matt mentioned, these guys went pretty big last night.
Yeah, it was awesome to watch last night. I can't wait to watch it up and close. It's going to be fun to watch. They're going to be doing pretty cool tricks and all that, and then we had a great band last night. We got more bands tonight. We got bands all week long. I mean,
We're talking with you a little bit ago that we used to announce freestyle back in the day, and then I got some normal jobs, and Matt and I have been good friends a long time, and kind of got in a pinch and needed an announcer, so I came in with him a couple days ago, and we're here till I think what's Saturday for the full event, and what an event it is.
Yeah, I mean, so far so good. This is basically day 2. Yesterday we kicked it off. You were part of that, and now we're going to be kicking it off today, day 2, and then got Ultra 4 cars, we got mega trucks, we got a rodeo, lots of live acts. This place is phenomenal.
I see some amazing bands coming Wednesday night, some rock bands. So, and amphitheater, it's on the other side of the facility. But
It's
I
huge.
hear that's amazing.
Yeah. The Grand Lake, so there's a lot.
time down here, and then drove down here the other day, about a 6-hour drive, and I didn't know what to expect. And so as soon as I pulled in this place, I knew that this was for real, and they put a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of money into this facility. It's amazing. So
yeah, I mean, they've been building all week. I've been here since Thursday, and they just keep, I mean, they're just working around the clock, making it happen. And it's rained almost every night we've been here, and I've been nervous. Wake up, stops raining, and they can just make it happen.
I was shocked at how good the pit bike track was, how much rain we got last night. And knowing these guys had to jump today sometime, they're going to maybe jump in a different part of the facility. And we came up here to see the pit bike practice, and the track was dang near dry. So the goddess and Mother Nature are watching out for us today.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see. And you can see them right now, they're kind of blowing off the landing, making sure everything's all set to go. Because you don't want to land on a rock on that deal because it could pop it.
You know, that thing is pretty amazing, the airbags. I was talking to them a little bit earlier, and I've seen some of the shows. You can crash and drag a foot peg down that thing, and it's a tough plastic material.
Okay, so there is something on top that really helps.
Yeah, that's got a cover on it right now that over the top of the bag.
Foot gap, 35 feet in the air, and doing some trick shows.
Yeah, it's a good time tonight that we have no wind tonight. Last night, like you said, we had the storms blowing in. The winds had picked up. These guys, the way the concrete was kind of laid out, were jumping uphill a little bit. You know, what they were doing last night was definitely incredible. And as Matt said, he under-rotated his first backflip because the way the ramp was set up a little differently. And fortunately, we got that airbag, and that saved his ass.
But it's going to be a lot of fun to see. They're going to be, I think, about 15 to 20-minute show, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I believe they're going to do a few straight airs, just kind of check out the jump. We're going to come over here and talk a little bit, and then to go out and do some of their tricks. And we'll maybe come back, talk a little bit more, and then they're going to do the backflips.
That's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see this. This is going to be one heck of a show. So be sure to tell all your friends at ultra4racing.com/live. Get on the King of the Hammers Facebook page, hit the share button, start a watch party. We're about to do some Moto X freestyle.
It's got to be cool to have Cowboy Kenny here, local hero, multi-time X Games champion. Lives just right up the road here in Stillwater. One of the favorites. You got Matt Biden all the way from Reno, Nevada. Anthony Murray from Colorado. Derek Blue drove 19 hours from New Jersey to get here.
That's a long haul, but he made it, and he's here to have fun.
He's definitely. This is a rowdy crowd of guys, too, the freestyle guys. Even though they're getting older, a couple of them in their 40s, they definitely know how to have a good time. And
Sorry about that. We had a little technical difficulty, but we are back in action. Danny, what do we got?
Let's talk to Kenny Bartram, the local hero right here. Cowboy Kenny. Got a chance to go home after the big show last night, see the family. You're back today. How you feeling?
Oh, man, I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, I was pumped to get home last night. I haven't seen my better half of my kid in about a month, so I was pumped to go home for a little bit. Back out here doing it again today, man. The setup feels pretty good. It's super poppy compared to yesterday, but that just gives us more time to do more tricks. So.
All right, we're here getting right. Here comes Matt Biden. Here comes Anthony Murray right now, all the way from Colorado. Got Derek Berlew on the white bike all the way 19 hours from New Jersey. We got the 4-pack. Just talked to Kenny Bartram. Let's run over and talk to Anthony Murray real quick. Anthony, this is your airbag setup. You're used to this type of stuff. Big show last night. How you feeling coming in today?
Oh, yeah, man. Last night we thought with the uphill we had it was going to be super poppy, and actually today the ramp feels a lot better. We were having a little bit of an uphill, but it's nice and poppy. We had a little bit of dirt work to do, but we got it dried up, and it's rideable, so excited to get out there and put on a show for you guys.
Thank you very much, Anthony. So we got the big 5 here right now. Scott Champion is going to ride today after racing about 15 different motos on that pit bike, shaking his head. Maybe we can get him to do a backflip today after that long day. He might be a little delirious and hot. But how bad you guys ready to see these guys do some shows tonight? How about some freestyle motocross? I just Matt, just ride the bike, buddy. Yes, I did. Matt Biden, Derek Berlew, Anthony Murray, Cowboy Kenny Bartram, and the racer of the day, Scott Champion. Let's get these guys out and ready to jump. What do you think?
It's going to be one heck of a show. We just saw them kind of testing out just a minute ago, getting some serious hang time, but now they're going to start showing out.
Yeah, this is crazy. I grew up racing motocross. I've never jumped off a ramp, especially into an airbag, and I sure the hell never backflips.
But racing back in the day, I'm sure you still got some pretty good air, but not near what they're doing here.
Not the big airs, but nothing like what these guys are doing, the tricks and everything like that. This sport has evolved so much over the years. The backflip was just something ridiculous, and now they're throwing in tricks. It's outstanding.
And that landing is just something to see. It just really gives some really nice cushion and lets them land.
Yeah, it's unbelievable that they can now just literally land on a bag of air. As we talked about earlier, the bag is pretty indestructible. What do you guys think about this freestyle motocross out here today? Derek Berlew, the big switchblade off the 75-foot ramp. Scott Champion, that's his first time off the jump. This is his first time ever jumping into an airbag, was last night, and I think he's handling it pretty well.
And he's wore out from all the pit bike racing, so I'd say he's doing pretty good.
Yeah, he's got Matt raced earlier today. He said his legs were pretty jello after a 3-lap race. He missed the main event to get the bag set up, but yeah, Scott Champion's had a full day today. Anthony Murray throwing himself a switchblade over the big 75-foot gap. Here comes Matt Biden, just testing it out. Last night, like I said, he came up a little short just because there's a new ramp, the incline. He came up a little short on the top of the ramp. If it hadn't been for that airbag, it could have been real ugly.
Yeah, it would have been bad. But, hey, he's here. He's jumping. He's going to put on an amazing show for all of you here on site and back at home. All over the world.
Yeah. What, this is going worldwide or what?
Yeah, absolutely. Ultra4racing.com/live. You can tune in all over the world.
And remember, everybody, the louder you guys get, these guys are going to go bigger. So who's ready for some freestyle motocross?
Let's see if we can talk them into doing some backflips.
Superman seat grab. Matt Biden, multi-time X Games champion, step up world champion. He actually was in a video with Rihanna during her tour, her fashion show tour.
Now that's cool.
Yeah, she actually rode on the back of Matt's bike.
Over the jump?
They did not jump, just around the stage, but it was enough. He said he was never washing that seat again.
Absolutely not. These guys are getting some serious hang time here.
These guys would come touring the country. They made a stop here in Jay, Oklahoma. They're here all week long. Tomorrow they've got about an hour-long competition. Where they're actually going to do battle against each other. What do you bike. This extension is so huge, these guys that they're accomplishing right now. The big stripper pipe's biting. Let's hear you guys.
They are putting on one heck of a show.
Last night they did a bunch of autographs after the show. Great tour. Big, huge air by Kenny Barton. The extension off the side of the bike. These guys are like gymnasts in the air, superheroes without a cape.
Yeah, they're flying like Superman.
Matt Biden coming up right now. Matt Biden, as far as I know, is the only freestyle to ever do a backflip in a bike and a monster truck.
A little bit of both, huh? That's awesome.
He drove the Metal Militia monster truck for the Feld Tour Monster Jam, and did the big backflip off the wall. And yeah, I think he's the only rider in the world to do both on both vehicles. Trying to get that whip down. That ramp's a little narrow, so it don't have quite the room to move as you would on a normal track. They were talking about in breakfast this morning who could get the biggest whip.
And speaking about monster trucks, are you going to stick around for the Dennis Anderson show with the mega trucks and the monster trucks?
Absolutely, yeah. We walked around the pool earlier today, or yesterday, saw that huge outdoor track that's in the back there. Yeah, I think if we get a little bit more rain, that'd be a nice mutter back there.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Those guys are going to put on one heck of a show. And speaking about a show, they've been doing it all day with the pit bikes. Now we're doing the freestyle motocross. And then tonight, the mega trucks.
Oh, they're doing a little modifications over to the ramp. They laid out a green carpet today, a little felt. I think they wanted a little bit smoother entry, but it was a little wet from the rains. So that might be a little bit of a problem. I don't know if they're going to hold on to it or not. These guys are perfectionists. You know, they're jumping huge gaps. They become very attuned to what they're comfortable with. And they're... Although I did see some of those pit guys out there with no shirts on and sleeveless.
And shorts.
Yeah, and shorts. Big air map by. Looks like they got that ramp figured out. Big, huge extension. What do you guys think right now? It's Kenny Barton, the local boy, cowboy.
One hand on you.
You guys want to see some flips? All right, these guys will come over. We're going to talk to them a little bit before they get warmed up and maybe get these bikes hot up to go do some backflips. Mr. Matt Biden, multi-time X Games champion, originally from Reno, Nevada. Made the tour out here to Jay, Oklahoma. We had a great show last night. What were you doing over there with that ramp? What do you got going on?
Yeah, the turf slid out a little bit, but yeah, just a little put it back under the ramp and get back at it.
Now, last night we talked about the ramp was a little bit different. It had a bit of an incline. It's just a better setup for tonight, a little bit more in the dirt. It's probably a bit nicer in the dirt than it is on the asphalt.
Yeah, I mean, the asphalt's good for the run-up because it's nice and consistent and smooth. This one has like a little uphill and dip, and it's on the hill sideways, so when you go off the ramp, you're falling to the right, so you're having to cut left off the ramp to float back to the middle. It's safe, don't worry.
It's only a 75-foot gap. Nothing can go wrong.
Yeah, you know, a little bit of side wind, no big deal, but you just adjust as a rider and get the job done.
All right, let's walk over here to Scott Champion. Mr. Matt Biden, thank you for talking to us. Scott Champion, you have had one long day, brother. How are you feeling?
Yeah, man, I'm ready to stop sweating today.
Yeah, so how many motos you raced for? 10, I think 10, 5 classes, 10 motos, and now you're out here doing some freestyle.
Yeah, it's fun out here, man. I wouldn't rather be doing anything else, so having fun.
2 wheels is in your blood. Last night you had a chance to jump. This is your first time in the airbag. Last night was your first jump into it. How's it feeling?
Yeah, it's a little different. Like you land and it kind of, you're ready for it, but you keep going. So it's a little different, but it's cool. It's safety.
Excellent. Scott Champion, thank you for coming out today. Great job. Derek Ballou, 19-hour drive here a couple days ago. Are you ready to do some jumping?
I'm more than ready. It's a long drive, but I broke it up into 2 days, and so it wasn't so bad. Got a little extra seat time in the old van, but I'm ready to rock.
So you guys have done a lot of different airs right now. Coming up next, we're talking about a backflip. Is that what we're going to be seeing?
Quite possibly. If you guys get loud enough, we'll turn it upside down.
All right. Let's get these guys started up one more time. Let's get a third session going. Cowboy Kenny, stop talking. Let's get these bikes rolling, brother. It's been a long day. I know you guys, let's get some noise going. A lot of pit bike racing. Now we're going to see these guys do some big air over a 75-foot gap.
They're putting on one heck of a show, so make some noise. Let's see if we can get them upside down. insane. I'm a huge fan of Pastrana, and I love that backflip.
Yes, Travis set the stage. A lot of this crazy, and these guys learned a lot from his madness. It's win by Derek Ballou, Scott Champion, get ready to go, baby, head back out. Let's hear it for you guys. We got to see some more freestyle motocross. Too bad secret after nothing by Kenny Bartram.
In the air, not touching the thing for just a half a second. These guys are nuts.
Completely on gold motorcycles. Matt Biden busts out the flip.
They make it look so easy, but you know it's not.
No, I know Matt for a long time, and Matt actually tried to convince me to come down to the track and was going to teach me to do a backflip, and I'm like, man, I'll stay here on the mic.
Yeah, no doubt. That's a little out of my territory for sure.
One more round, everybody. You guys country.
Putting on one heck of a show for you all here at MidAmerica Outdoor here for Visions.
They'll be here all week long. I think we're moving over to the bigger track for tomorrow. Matt Biden right there, big whip. Nice, Matt. Anthony Murray coming up. Big extension whip. You guys are feeling it right now. Got Champion coming fresh off the pit bike races. You guys having a good time this week? Nice. Nice backflip by Derek.
These guys are laying it out on the line just to put on a show.
This is Matt Biden's 22nd weekend in a row he's been traveling on his tour.
Yeah, he had his shirt off, and you can see all the scars. He's been around.
He's been around, man. These guys, there's not a single guy out here that hasn't broken a bone. Every time they jump, they're risking their life and limb. They have good insurance plans, let me tell you that.
But they're here just having fun and loving it.
Yeah, we're having a great time at Visions Week. They got a great facility here. We're looking forward to the entire week watching everything that goes down. There's one more night of freestyle motocross here for these guys. And you see a good example there, Derek Ballou. He overjumped a little bit, but the airbag just totally made a soft landing. That's good for the old ankles.
But they are still putting on a show better than a lot of the young folks.
Yeah, there's a lot of experience between all these guys. They've toured around the world. X Games, Gravity Games, old crusty videos. They've seen it. They've done it all.
Yeah, you heard them say they've been X Games medalists. Pretty cool to see.
Yeah, big backflip to nothing right there by Anthony Murray. Whip is just as big a trick for me. I think it's old school, it's awesome. The bigger you can get upside down the cooler.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, they almost go around backwards sometimes.
Yeah, some of the guys right now, they just had the X Games this week going backwards. They had the bike so upside down. These guys are doing some of the same. They're going to get ready right now to do a train. Who wants to see the train of these guys all jumping at once?
Let's make some noise.
So you're live here in Jay, Oklahoma, at MidAmerica Outdoor Facility. Here we go. You guys ready? Let's build this up. Yes, you guys are going to be busting the train one after another. All 5 riders in the air at once.
These guys are ready to put on a show. Let's give them some noise, give them some love. Let's hear it.
Let's go, everybody.
Ready for some freestyle motocross? Right now trying to decide who's going in where, what order, who's whipping what direction. Leading the pack with Anthony. Right behind him, Derek Carew. Behind him, Kenny Bartram, Matt Biden, and Scott Champion. What do you guys think of that?
Step back, that was awesome.
All 5 riders, like you said, back to back. No room for error at all.
You just have to have faith in your fellow competitors.
Yes, exactly. See what these guys want to do right now. Get the guy behind you.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Dan said he has to land.
See what these guys want to do right now. Again, coming Anthony Murray, leading the pack.
Looks like they're coming.
Throwing the gas. Everybody throwing a 2-man feet grab. Switch play. Kenny Bartram, one-legger. Big tripper by Matt Biden.
These guys are laying it all out. What an amazing. Got the skills to pay the bills.
I believe this is going to be the last run. These guys be throwing backflips. Who wants to see all 5 of these? Well, 4 of the 5. We can't talk champion into it yet.
Yeah.
4 of these 5 guys be throwing backflips in a train. All 4 in not one. Let's hear it for this final run, everybody. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Visions Week by MidAmerica Outdoors. The best freestyles in the world. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah!
What an amazing showing by these individuals. They are throwing it all out there.
We want to thank everybody for listening all day long. Let's give these guys a round of applause. Thank you so much to all of you guys. Thank you for having us. What a great day of racing. Some wrapping up some big ass freestyle. What do you think?
Danny, they put on one heck of a. See, the night is not over. We're going to reset, go down to the mega truck. We will give awards that won't be live, but we'll give awards here shortly for the pit bikes. And then tonight, 6 o'clock p.m. Central Time, the mega trucks, Dennis Anderson Company, will put on at Visions.
I cannot wait. Let's have a great week.
All right, well, thank you again, Danny. I'm Miles. It's been a great time. We will see you on later on.